DoubleK Productions. I am back with you in Presonus Studio One. This tutorial, I really want to go ahead and touch on how do we mix vocals on a 2-track instrumental. So I know we got a lot of questions about we get this 2-track instrumental and it's just so loud, and how do we fit our vocals within this instrumental or any instrumental stuff, any type of instruments that you got going on in your particular mix. So I just want to touch on that, mixing vocals with a 2-track instrumental. So let's go ahead and get into it. What I have done is, I know if you watch my previous tutorials, you probably heard this verse and this song plenty of times because I did a lot of teaching on this type of song. So it's called Vote for Pedro. What I'm gonna do is just go ahead and play it for y'all. You're gonna see a lot of clipping, so you might want to dial down that your headphones, monitor, whatever you listen to the tutorial on, because this beat is it's gonna be loud. So, and you'll see a lot of clipping going on. But I just want to show you, if you do get an instrumental like this and this is all you have to work with, what you have to do to fit your vocals within this instrumental, because it's too loud and your vocals just draining out. So let's go ahead and play it for you, and y'all just see what I'm gonna do to make these vocals stand out. And by the way, if you like any of this tutorial and it's helping you, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, so you'll be notified every time I post something. So with all that being said, here it is, Vote for Pedro. As you heard it, you probably didn't even hear what I was saying. I was just rapping along with it because I know what I wrote. So it's so underneath the beat, and that's what we talking about when us mix engineers. A prime example, as you heard the instrumental going on, and you just hear so boxy and muddiness, and you just really can't hear this clarity within these vocals. So let's mix these vocals within this instrumental and get it sounding good. So what you want to do is, in my previous tutorial, I talk about gain stage, and in this particular case, we're not really gonna gain stage because this is all I got and I know where the vocals are sitting, but we are gonna turn this instrumental down to give us some headroom for these vocals to sit properly within. So let's go ahead and do that, and let's go ahead and make sure this instrumental, it's not clipping. That way our vocals can sit right in it. So let's get right into it. What we're gonna do is go ahead and solo instrumental out, and we're just gonna go to the event, just turn it down. I can do it by the fader, but I just want to do it by the event itself because this particular instrumental is mastered, and I'm just gonna go ahead and turn it down a little bit and see what we got. Dial it down. That's giving us about -6 dB right there, and then that way my vocals can sit just right with it. Rollin' with me, she covered with me, she getting it in, nothing can free, she dripping with sweat all over me, no running from me, open the wide, I'm doing it deep, no need no company, she popping. Now the most we're getting is -2 dB with all of it together. So with that, now I can go ahead and start adding some plugins to this and get that clarity within these vocals to sit right with this instrumental. So let's turn this up. I do got some stuff going on down there. The ads and the ends. Sorry, the mic is off, and I just hit it. Crazy me. The mic is off, and I got this V meter. Got a gate on it, so if I'm cutting out a little bit, sorry about that. Apologize. So yeah, all right. Don't be stupid now. Oh, what we're gonna do is go ahead and select these tracks. Like y'all seen in my previous tutorial, what I like to do, I'm just go ahead and add a bus for it. And you don't really need a bus because you got four vocals going on, but I'm gonna do it just like this. Box bus, and then I'm gonna make it this color. Who cares? Come on, Mike. Get up a little closer. You ain't catching me, cuz. Alright, let's get back into this, man. This mic is really aggravating me right now. And we're gonna just drag and drop some plugins on here. Do it like this. Y'all always asking about my preset and what I use and how I go about it. This is how you just basically save a preset, and it's not really saving a preset for your particular vocals. All it's doing is saving the plugins that you like to use to get a good sound out of your vocals. You get what I'm saying? Just because you're gonna have to go back into the plugins to tweak them to get a good sound. You're not just gonna use the same type of preset. So all it is just saving the plugins I like to use. Just to put it out there for you. So I'll turn them off and let's go.
Rollin' with me, she coming with me, she getting it in. Nothing over me, no running. Going in deep, no need no company. She popping it, locking it, dropping it, throwing it back, no stopping it. Whoop. Might have to cuffing it, sucking it, getting it, dipping it, flipping it. Whoop. She bad and bitch, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hell of our movements. Like kids, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get, red dot, one shot at your medulla. Catch me your city, I'm coming. Catch me your city straight. Catch me your city. Stay high, cause you know I stay fly. I don't know why, but you know I'm that guy. Look in your eyes, take over your pride. Equal to sides, and up we gon' ride. No stopping it, whoop. Might have to cuffin' it, she bad and bitch, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hell of our movements. Like kids, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get, red dot, one shot. Wanna see Bruce, might have been a move, might have been a might have been a Hercules. Ride H-Town like Bombay. Catch me your city, I'm coming. Catch me your city straight bomb. Stopping it, whoop. Might have to cuffin' it, sucking it, getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bitch, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hell of our movements. Like kids, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get, red dot, one shot at your medulla. I thought I seen Bruce Lee. Might have been a movie, might have been a dead sleep. Might have been a jet ski, might have been a Hercules. Can't stop, won't stop till it gets me. My nigga kick it like Jet Li. Ride H-Town like Bombay. Catch me your city, I'm coming. Catch me your city straight bumpin'. Catch me your city straight thumping. Drive by, watch them all start running. Stay high, cause you know I stay fly. I don't know why, but you know I'm that guy. Look in your eyes, take over your pride. Equal to sides, and up we gon' ride. Stay high, cause you know I stay fly. I don't know why, but you know I'm that guy. Look in your eyes, take over your pride. Equal to sides, and up we gon' ride. Rollin' with me, she coming with me, she getting it in. Nothing can free, she drippin' with sweat all over me. No running from me, open the wide, I'm blowing it deep. No need no company, she popping it, locking it, dropping it, throwing it back, no stopping it. Whoop. Might have to cuffin' it, sucking it, getting it, dipping it, flipping it. Whoop. She bad and bitch, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hell of our movements. Like kids, how you get. get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get. Red out one shot at your medulla. I thought it seen Bruce Lee. Might have been a movie, might have been a dead sleep, might have been on jet ski, might have been a Hercules. Can't stop, won't stop, won't stop till they catch me. My nigga kick it like Jet Li. Ride around H-Town like Bombay. Catch me your city, I'm coming. Catch me your city straight bumping. Catch me your city straight thumping. Drive by, watch them all start running. Stay high, cause you know they fly. I don't know why, but you know I'm that guy. Look in your eyes, take over your pride. Equal to side, tonight we gon' ride. Stay high, cause you know they fly. I don't know why, but you know I'm that guy. Look in your eyes, take over your pride. Equal to side, tonight we gon' ride. Rollin' with me, she coming with me, she getting it in. Nothing come free, she dripping with sweat all over me. No running from me, open the wide, I'm blowing it deep. No need no company, she getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad, getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure they pack toolies. Make sure getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella five movements. Left kicks, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get. Red out one shot at your medulla. I thought it seen Bruce Lee. Might have been a movie, might have been a dead sleep, might have been on jet ski, might have been a hurt. Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella five movements. Left kicks, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get. Red out one shot at your medulla. I thought it seen Bruce Lee. Might have been a.
All right. Sorry, I was just rocking with it, trying to get it over with. That way I ain't talking within these plugins. But what I was doing is trying to get these vocals to sit right within this instrumental, mixing vocals with a 2-track instrumental for y'all. What I've done is, and that's just a rough mix, most definitely. These headphones, I have to explain this every time. These headphones is inside the interface. I need to go ahead and plug inside the amplifier that I have to power these headphones up. So if y'all hearing something way different than I am, that's good. That's because you learning something. It's just, I got it to where I can hear it clearly within this interface that I'm using these headphones in. But what I was doing anyway, was trying to get these levels right. And what you see me do with these compressors is turn the volume up. Because what I want to do is get the volume just right with a compressor. Any compressor, if it's the last compressor on there, if it's the CLA2A being the third plug-in on there, fourth in this case, but normally I don't have the crammer tape. I can dial back the fader, like turn the fader down if the vocals are too loud. Instead of turning the faders all the way up, I got the compressor, the plugins doing the job for me. As in the compressor doing the job for me, and then dialing back the fader. That's why you saw me tweaking the gain on the compressor, just so it can sit.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella five movements. Left kicks, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get. Red out one shot at your medulla. I thought it seen Bruce Lee. Might have been a movie, might have been a dead sleep, might have been on jet ski.
And that's just the bus. But what I'll do is come.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop.
Probably put a little pan on this. What I like to do is make the dub right. Put a little pan on that. Probably.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas. Make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella five movements. Left kicks, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get. Red out one shot at your medulla. I thought it seen Bruce Lee. Might have been a movie, might have been a dead sleep, might have been on jet ski, might have been a Hercules. Can't stop, won't stop, won't stop till they catch me. My nigga kick it like Jet Li. Ride around H-Town like Bombay. Catch me your city, I'm coming. Catch me your city straight bumping. Catch me your city straight thumping. Drive by, watch them all start running. Stay high, cause you know what they.
And that's just dry vocals, no reverb on there, no saturation, none of that. It's just dry vocals sitting right within the instrumental. I didn't want to put a reverb on there. I didn't want to do the delays on there because I just want to show you how to mix vocals with a 2-track instrumental without adding the sweetness yet. You're just getting the vocals to sound clear, getting all that bass and muddiness out of it just so it can sit right. And that's what we was doing in this particular tutorial, just getting it to sit right. Now you're just messing with the faders, turning the plug in, going back and tweak the plugins and stuff. Before you do all the sweetness and reverbs and delays and stuff, get the plugins that you using sounding right. Get the faders sounding right. You want that balance level. Like if you're mixing a client, most definitely gain stage and do all that first. But if you just mixing, use the recorded. In this particular case, I recorded myself. But if you recorded yourself, get everything sounding right. Get your first off top. It's to be the plugins that you're using. If you got hardware, if you got digital, whatever the case may be, get that sounding right first. Tweak your levels, and then start adding the reverbs, delays. That way you ain't going too hot with the reverb. You ain't going in too hot with delay and stuff like that. And once you do all of that, your mix start coming together, start sounding like one. It ain't just all over the place. That way you ain't focusing on going back. You might have to go back a little bit to the main plugins, but that's just going to tweak a little bit instead of going back and tweak it all because you added some reverb on there. Now it's just too loud. So get all that sounding right first. Get all this sounding right first, and then add your reverb and your delay.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, woo. She bad and bougie, my niggas make sure they pack too.
And I do want to point out, let's mute the beat out and just let y'all hear the vocals. Yes, I recorded in this room actually, and I had to turn, if you watch my previous turn, I turned my gain down on my mic. And turned it all the way down. That way it didn't pick up too much of this room. So when I did add reverb, you would never know where I recorded these vocals in. So it's all about getting all that muddy, all that room noise out. That's why you see me add this EQ right here, and I just subtract EQ, then I come back with another EQ to boost. That's why I subtracted, because I knew off top the type of vocals I was about to mix was gonna be real roomy, real nasty. So I took all that out.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, woo. She bad and bougie, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella fine movements. Left kick, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get, red dot, one shot at your medulla. I thought it sing Bruce Lee, might have been a movie, might have been a death sleep, might have been on jet ski, might have been a Hercules. Can't stop, won't stop till they catch me. My nigga kick it like Jet Li. Ride H-Town like Bombay. Catch me your city, I'm coming. Catch me your city straight bumping. Catch me your city straight thumping. Drive by, watch them all start running. Stay high, cause you know if they fly. I don't know why.
And that's just cleaning it up. Now that's why I played it so low, so you can hear the room noise. You really can hear once you start cleaning it up, compared to when I turned these plugins off. You could hear it, but it's really not in your face because it's everything muddying up together. The room, the bass of my voice, all that's muddying up together. To where if you put these plugins, you can hear this room noise in the back.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, woo! She bad and bougie, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella fine movements. Left kick, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get, red dot, one shot at your medulla. I thought it sing Bruce Lee, might have been a movie, might have been a death sleep, might have been on jet ski, might have been a Hercules. Can't stop, won't stop.
And then if my taste not sitting right, I might dial down the beat just a little bit more hairs. Not too much, that was a lot, just a little bit. Now
getting it, dipping it, flipping it, woo. She bad and bougie, my niggas make sure they pack.
And then if you start questioning yourself, am I too loud? Am I louder than the beat? Well, you can always turn the beat back up on the vents or whatever you turn down on the instrumental, you can turn back up. But also, if you think you're too loud, go back to your faders that I just showed y'all. Turn it down. It's gonna be really just tweaking up, tweaking down, 1 dB, 3 dBs, however many dBs you need to get your vocals sitting right, which in this case I will have to be going up a dB, down a dB, but don't spend too much time on doing that because you will just keep mixing your mix up. But when you go inside, what I'm basically trying to explain to you, and I'm about to wrap this tutorial up, the meat and butter and all that good stuff to this thing, to this mix. I got the plugins in there. I got it sounding right. I cleaned it up. All sounded good. Now I'm just too louder than the instrumental because I turned that instrumental. So I turn it back up. If it don't sound good, Leave the instrumental to where it was. Mess with your faders on your tracks itself. If that don't sound right, go back into your compressor. Turn that gain down. If that sounded good, leave it there. Stop tweaking up and down. Don't do too much of that because you'll mix up quicker than you just mixed it. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I need to say with this. Don't spend too much time on it. If it sounds good to you, maybe it sounds good to the people you trying to let hear it. So with all that being said, hopefully this tutorial helped you. Just mixing vocals to a 2-track instrumental. I will be back with another tutorial next week. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button so you'll be notified every time I post something. And thank you for even tuning into this tutorial, giving it the time of day. Vote for Pedro. You already know the deal. Holla, DoubleKBeats.
Getting it, dipping it, flipping it, whoop. She bad and bougie, my niggas make sure they pack toolies. Make sure you got hella fire movements. Left kicks, how you get, take it and lose it. Take it how you get, red out one shot at your medulla. I thought it sing Bruce Lee, might have been a movie.
All right, I'm done. Holla.